Yo, people, big up. Hey, we're back again for another fight talk. And yeah, man, we got a special here. Gunman Boxing's in the building, bruv. Introduce yourself and yeah, let them know what's going on, fam.
Yes, my guys, it is an absolute pleasure to be on Rants. Thank you for having me on your channel. For those that do not know, Gunman Boxing, not only does the drip look good, but I'm an unlicensed fighter, had 11 fights, and I've now interviewed fighters of all levels on Instagram mainly, and YouTube. And yeah, I also, all levels. Fighters, I've had white collar fighters having their first fight, or a 12-year-old having his first skill bout, right up to interviewing the likes of Bernard Hopkins. I've done Roy Jones Jr., Bivol, Ben Whitaker, and now Rants and Bants. It doesn't get much better than this. So and then yeah, I also sponsor and manage a stable of promotional fighters. So I've got Gunman Boxing Promotions, and I manage a number of influencer fighters, including LV General, which I'm sure you're gonna quiz me about. Feel free to.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there, bruv.
We will get there, I'm sure. But I've got a number of, I think I've got 17 fighters at the moment on the books, and probably 8 I think I manage. So yeah, it's a pleasure to have me on, and it's been an absolute honor. I have been chasing you like Tom chases Jerry, Rants, to get an interview with you. You know what I mean? I've been chasing you all through the park.
No, I've been busy, but I did tell you that we were gonna do it anyway, so it was just a matter of just getting the right time in it and just sorting it out. Obviously, I know you normally have your lives on Instagram, but obviously this is my platform in it, so I figured yeah, we might as well chat over here, man. So nice,
Mate,
definitely
I love
good
it,
to
mate.
catch
I'm
up.
always versatile. I absolutely love it. I love your show. I've been following you a while. I love what you do, you and your brother. Big up to you both, man. You know, and it's refreshing to see you guys opening up doors for people like me coming in behind you. And it's wonderful to see. First things first, though, we've got to talk about United. United 3-0. You must be sick to death of it. But we've got to talk about that 3-0 humping. I mean, they bent you over. They took a run up with no Vaseline, brother.
Nah, bro. For you lot that don't know, he supports Liverpool as well. So you know what I mean? It's a bit of a mad thing, but
yeah, I'm a Liverpool fan, so we have to just get your thoughts on it for the 100th millionth time.
Bro, like, bruv, I seen something today. Apparently, the last 20 games, yeah, this manager's lost more games than Sean Dyche at Everton. Like, we're in the mud, innit? Like, bro, it's just one of them things where the only thing is decent, yeah. The only thing decent about this is that it's nearly over. It's nearly over. Like, I can genuinely, like, there's almost something in the air that like it's nearly over. Like we've been here before with Jose, we've been here before with Ollie. The only thing is, it genuinely feels like it's nearly over now. So it's just one of them ones. Yeah, bro. Like it's been horrible, innit? It's been horrible. The thing is, yeah, this is the 3rd season, and it's been horrible for longer than it hasn't been horrible. So this is an unhappy marriage that's gonna come to an abrupt ending, and yeah, the beating from Tottenham was worse, obviously, because of my brother. Do you know what I'm saying? My brother and my mum support Tottenham, and it's like, yeah, it was awful. And I remember when Tottenham beat us 6-1, I believe that was during lockdown. And during COVID, like me and my brother moved back to the ends, like to be closer to my mum, innit? And I remember after the 6-1, like I remember my mum woke me up like singing "You're Not Special Anymore," like, and I was thinking, bruv, like it's the morning, like my mum was on some bullshit, fam, like that. Obviously Jose was the manager.
Yeah,
it was a nightmare, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And yeah, bruv, it's all long.
We got Jide 124. He's saying Southgate incoming. So listen, how would you feel about that?
Southgate's not coming to Man United.
There's a lot of one of your directors is like a fanboy of him, isn't it?
Yeah. Nah, that's not true, bro. No.
Yeah.
Jose was the manager of Tottenham, bro. Jose was the manager of Tottenham when we lost, I swear, the 6-1. I swear it was Jose.
Yeah. Now,
I'm
if
sure
you
it
get
was
Southgate,
Jose.
you'd be crying, wouldn't you? You'll literally be the laughing stock of the Prem, wouldn't you, if you get Southgate?
Bruv, that's not happening, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure Jose was the Tottenham manager when he smoked us 6-1. Exactly. And Jose was our manager before. Do you know what I'm saying? And obviously they had the special one as the manager. My mum was like singing, "Oh, you're not special anymore." But I was like, fuck this, bruv. You get me? She woke me up, bro. I remember she woke me up in the morning, bro, and it pissed me off. I was in bed and the kitchen was underneath my bedroom. She was banging the ceiling with a broomstick, bro. Woke me up banging the fucking floor, bro. Like, and I remember I just woke up angry, bro. And I could just hear her, bro. And she done it for like 10 minutes. So it's one of them things where, bro, like losing to Tottenham is nasty. It's
That's
nasty
nasty,
in my
yeah.
family, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Losing to Tottenham full stop is nasty anyway.
yeah, I know,
Like,
but it's not.
literally when they're running through you at home, you're like you had less defense than P. Diddy, you guys. You're like your midfield was wide open like the back doors, wasn't it?
We were getting smashed. I can't lie, bro. And it was like the thing is, it could have easily been 7 or 8, like easily. Like
Facts.
it is. That's probably one of the worst beatings we've got at the club for a long time. Because, bro, I think Tottenham's XG was nearly +6, bro.
Nearly double figures.
Like, bro, like when you see an XG of like 6 in a game, yeah, that's a mad thing, bro. Because when you
I've got
think
2
about
more
it,
football questions, and then let's talk some boxing.
yeah, of
Listen,
course.
if you want ETH out, who do you want in? You don't want Southgate.
No, we're
So
not getting Southgate, man. That's banter. That's banter from rival fans, innit? That's not real, bro. That's not real, bro. I'll be honest.
Who do you want then?
Nah, I want Inzaghi in it, but we can't get him to the summer. I think that we will. I think we'll go for a manager in the summer. I think it's Van Nistelrooy short term. So, bro, Reed can't do worse than this manager, in it, because one, he can actually speak, so it's already an upgrade. So it is what it is, man. But it's embarrassing, bro. We're getting cooked by everyone online, and we just have to take it. I'll be honest, like if you're a United fan and you're fighting back at this point, like what's the point, innit?
Mate, you're not even getting cooked. You're getting put in the air fryer, brother.
Yeah, it's nasty.
You know what I mean? Like grilled to a crisp. So, but listen, I'll be honest, right? I don't want to just say, is it here winding you up? I mean, at the end of the day, it's just your turn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've all had our turn. I'm a Liverpool fan. We've all had our turn. It's just your turn. But if you keep on signing dog shit, it's going to be your turn for a long time, man.
I hear it, but hopefully it's not our turn for a long time. So that's all I can hope for, innit? I just hope that bro, obviously once this manager leaves, we can get a bit of dignity back, but it's not looking good right now, my bro.
Yeah, listen, Man City had their turn for 50 years. You know what I mean? Let's not forget that.
But the thing is, there was no internet. So it didn't. You get what I'm saying? It didn't matter. Like if you was shit before the internet, it kind of don't matter.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying, bro? When you're shit in the internet era, it's different, bro. City, at least they could be shit in peace.
Yeah, you can be shit in peace.
That's it. Man United have been shit since YouTube existed, bro. Do you get me? So I haven't even had a time. Like I had all of those solid years, confined to the playground, blood. Like there was no. You get me? Man didn't get to do the madness. So
that's brilliant, isn't it? Yeah. There was no internet. That's a big factor, that is, isn't it? Yeah, it's just your turn, man. We all have our turn. Honestly, we all had our turn. Arsenal had everyone had their turn. Chelsea been shit for years. Chelsea's club legend was like Gavin Peacock until you know what I mean? No, John Spencer. You know what I mean? So like we all just having their club legends. Man City, like Darren Huckabee used to wear number 7 shirt. You know what I mean? So they've had their turn. They've had their turn.
Man.
Yeah. Well, let's get on to the boxing, because this is what I love talking about. This is what you love talking about. Yeah. And you and I had a call the other day, and blimmin' hell, we can talk for hours. We talked for about an hour. It felt like 5 minutes. Yeah. And we'd barely touched on 2 fights.
No, trust me. But that's the beauty of boxing, man.
Yeah, that's the beauty of boxing. I've got to answer one question here. Someone's asking me, do I rate Soboslai? I'm just going to quickly answer this one.
Yeah, of course.
Go back. Sobersley, he came, first 3 months, I usually go to all the big games at Anfield. I went to the 7-0 game when we cooked you, actually. And I go to City, and we left no blood on the bone in that match, you know what I mean? Like thoroughly cooked through, you know what I mean? And Sobersley, mate, he had 3 months like where he looked like the new Gerrard, and then he had 6 months out of form. And he's getting started off this season, you know, first few games looking like a Gerrard-esque. But then when he's bad, he's bad. He can't pass it, you know, losing the ball every time. So, but he's definitely a baller. He's not someone you're worried about, or you're like, oh mate, he's got to go. You know what I mean? You can trust him. You know what I mean? But yeah, let's talk boxing. Let's talk influencer boxing first and foremost. Good or bad for the game, Rants?
I think it's good. I don't think it can be bad. Do you know what I'm saying? I think anything bringing more eyes on boxing is good for multiple reasons. I think there's multiple layers in it. I think influencer boxing is good because a lot of boxers need to learn how to sell fights because they can't sell fights. Like boxing is a business, isn't it? So at the end of the day, if you're a boxer and you cannot sell fights, you won't make money, bro. These men make money selling tickets unless you're, you know what I'm saying? Unless you're big, you don't, bro, like man need to think about selling tickets. And the thing is, a lot of boxers, yeah, like their social media is not good enough, bro. So it's one of them ones where if I was growing up and I was aspiring to be a fighter, I would make sure that I've got the social media side on lock. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I need to be able to sell tickets in it. So it's one of them things where I think a lot of boxers can learn from a lot of the influencers that box in terms of how to market. Do you see what I'm saying? So
I agree, yeah.
That's just one thing. So that's one thing. And also just anything that brings eyes on the sport, I think is a positive thing. And you've seen like a lot of boxers fighting on influencer cards, bro. Like what's her name? Serrano signed to Jake Paul, innit? And she's fought on certain cards and stuff like that, bro. I think it's a good thing. And yeah, like my man saying about Garcia, bro. Look at Garcia's internet, his online following. People call him a TikTok boxer and all these things, but bro, he makes money. Do you know what I'm saying? So Garcia got it spot on. AJ got it spot on with his marketing. I knew who AJ the boxer was on Instagram before he had a pro fight, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they marketed him perfectly. So I think a lot of the boxers can definitely look at influencers and understand that there's a lot that they can learn from them if they actually put their ego aside.
Yeah, great comment. That it's called prize fighting for a reason. Listen, I absolutely agree, spot on with everything you're saying. I can see why the purists are pissed off. You know, if you're a purist, you're a good pro boxer, and you see a kid come in with a blue tick, loads of followers, and he goes in top of the bill like an O2 event, and you're like, what?
But they're not fighting on professional. They're not fighting on professional shows, though.
No, not professional shows, but it tends to be influencer shows, or even just getting on Misfits. Let's just say Misfits. You know, a fighter goes on Misfits, and he's having his first fight and getting paid, you know, between 10K for a guy that can't fight is getting 10K for a fight.
Yeah, but again, that's like the arguments between why the male footballers get paid more than females because more eyes are on it. Do you know what I'm saying? So if you're worried about a guy that can't box, making more money than you, then learn how to sell tickets, my guy. You know them ones there, like it just is what it is, bro. Like it's supply and demand, unfortunately. Like this is how it is. Like I went to there was a guy fighting in the UFC that was on Geordie Shore, and I remember he was on Bellator. I think he's in the UFC now, or he might still be in Bellator. A Geordie geezer, and I watched him fight because I went to watch Venom Page because he's my guy, and bro, he was near the top of the bill, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Because he can sell tickets. Do you know what I'm saying? And you can't hate on that, bro. Because if man are gonna pay to support him, bro, do you know what I'm saying? Why are you getting upset for? To me, that doesn't even make no sense, bro. Do better. Do better at your marketing, bro. Because that's what it is. You still need to be able to sell your ability. It don't matter how good you are.
100%. Listen, as I said, I've got 17 fighters on my stable. All of them, and ones I manage particularly, I say, listen, what sells is either you've got to be able to knock mans out Like the one punch bang, get the knockouts.
Yeah.
Show one punch bang, showboat, trash talk, post consistently your training.
And if you
You've
can
got
do
to do
all of
some
those,
that.
you're laughing. You know
if you
them,
do all of them, you're laughing. People want to see you
can
lose.
talk shit, knock people out, and make it look good, yo, it's crazy. You're nice. And even if you can't talk shit, if you got the Deontay Wilder, if you got the night nurse, you're good, bro. If you start sleeping people, people come. Because, bro, listen, people want to see blood. Like, let's be real. People want to see knockouts. That's why heavyweight boxing was always at the top, bro. Because even though you saw more skills in the lighter weights, man wanted to see man go sleep. Like, that's why we was there. We used to stay up to watch Mike Tyson, knowing the fight was going to last for 2 minutes.
I interviewed Ben Whittaker last week, and I pulled him up on it. I said, listen, if you had the one punch bang, you would literally be like, you know, almost unbeatable. You know, but what he does, he marinates you and he peppers you to death. Like he peppers you like you're a bit of ribeye steak, you know. And he said to me, look, I don't have to have the one punch bang. Bivol didn't have the one punch bang. You know, so long I keep winning in style, he doesn't need the one punch bang. And there's been loads of fighters without the one punch bang, like Mayweather, Andre Ward, Bivol, who I just mentioned, Ben Whittaker. Even Eubank Jr., I know he's not got to the heights of the game where he should be. He ain't got the one punch bang. He can just salt and pepper you. You know what I mean?
No, but the one thing I'd say about that, like, I'm more of a boxing purist, so I love watching a Bivol clinic. Andre Wood's one of my favorite fighters, but if you're not a purist, they're not great to watch. They're not. Like, I'll be honest. Like, there's certain fighters, Nassim Hamed, like he was an entertainer. And he knocked people out. Do you know what I'm saying? And if he didn't knock people out, it was still entertaining because he was slipping, the hands were down and that. I feel like if you're not knocking guys out, your style has to be entertaining. Someone like Bivol, I love his style, like the long straight punches, the in and out and all of that. I love that. However, if you're not a purist boxing fan, that's why these men love watching Triple G, because he was just walking through people and smarking. You know, like that, bro. He was walking through guys, hitting them on the top of their glove, and they were still going, bro. Punching through gloves, blood. Like, that's what I loved.
Yeah, it switch you off like a light switch. I mean, that guy. I think I posted like what I called it, an overhand lead hook. Like, it's unheard of, an overhand lead, like just chopping down on your head, and it's hitting you on the top of the head and taking you out. Just dismantling your neck, malfunctioning you. You know what I mean? It's like absolute crazy. A few other names going in here, like Shakur Stevenson.
Shakur's one of my favorite boxers, but again,
but he ain't got the one punch bang.
Purists don't pay the bills, bro. The reason why AJ can get 90-odd thousand in Wembley, because there was 96,000 there, 90,000 were there for AJ, bro. Let's not get it twisted, innit? The reason why AJ can get those bums in seats is because he's got a lot of casual boxing fans, and you need that because the purists are in the minority. Just like the football fans, the purists are in the minority. The majority of football fans are them sofa score wankers, bro, that are at home reading stats, bro, and not watching the game. That's the majority, innit?
100%. I call them workmans. So when I say, look, you're speaking to the workmans about boxing, they only know, Joshua, you know, they might know Chris Eubank Jr., Ben, and the workmans and Fury. They'll switch between who they support. Fury or AJ.
That's it.
You know what I mean? The office mans. You know what I mean? But they won't know like Benavidez and Teofimo Lopez and man like that.
Nope. They're not gonna know them, and that's why you have to make sure that these men know you. If these men don't know you, you're not making the big bucks. Do you know what I mean? Saudi coming in has helped a lot of boxers that are really great fighters and shit salesmen, make money. That's so all it is. Because, bro, I love Bud Crawford, like, he's my favorite fighter right now. But the thing is with Bud, because he's so, I just want to punch man up and go home. That's the reason why man were turning around saying I'm losing money. Like, I'm losing money, like having this brother on my roster because he can't sell a fight, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, what Eddie Hearn's done amazingly well is Eddie Hearn gets the personality out of Bud. Because Bud's mad competitive. So, like, even challenging man to darts and shit like that, This is how you get the personalities out. When it comes to selling fights, Eddie Hearn is the guy. He's the guy, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? He's the guy that's brought the personality out of Bud. Because a lot of people ain't seeing it, bro. Like, the guy's funny, bro. He's a funny guy, but you have to kind of get that out of him, innit? And not a lot of people have been able to do that. So, like, selling fights, bro, like, it's so important. And that's why I think influencer boxing is amazing, because when you watch Misfits, like, it's cringe. A lot of it, it's like WWE, but bro, this is what people turn up to see, bro. Like, man running from the crowd and that, man fighting and all. Bro, it's nonsense, but it's like, bro, I grew up watching wrestling, so I understand why they did it. Do you know what I'm saying? I understand why they did it.
But would you get up in the middle of the night to watch a Misfits card? Be honest.
No, of course not.
No chance. Absolutely no chance. Like, you're not going to set your alarm and go, oh, do you know what? I'm going to watch this card in Miami on Misfits, and you're going to get up at 3 a.m. or whatever to watch it. But you will do for Floyd. You will do for Floyd, wouldn't you?
Yeah, the fighters I get up, I always get up to watch Floyd. I got up to watch Naz. Naz was the first fighter that I used to wake up.
Even Conor McGregor, I got up for a couple of his fights, and Anderson Silva in the MMA.
Anderson Silva, yes. Conor McGregor. No, I've never really liked Conor McGregor, so to me he was just a rip off Floyd, innit? So I never really, I never took to him, like. So I
got up for Lopez and Lomachenko. I actually got up at 4 a.m.
Loma, you get up to watch Loma. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Loma and Tio.
Watch music, but like, there's only certain fighters I'd wake up in the morning to watch. Only certain.
Absolutely.
I stayed up to watch the Bud fight against what's his name?
Spence Jr.
Nah, the last one, bro. The what's his name?
On DAZN.
European brother. I can't remember his name now. I stayed up till 5 in the morning to watch that.
Did you? What did you
Madrimov, I think his name is. Is it Madrimov? Yeah, Madrimov. Yeah.
Madrimov, What did you make of that performance?
It was a chess match, bro. I loved it. I loved it, bro. If you're a boxing purist, I mean, you love that fight. If you're not, if you're casual, that shit put you to sleep, blood.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you know what I'm saying? That was a fight. Like, they say that boxing is they say like it's a game of inches, innit? And that's exactly what it was, bro. It was a beautiful fight. It was a chess match. And when you watch high level boxing, it looks like nothing's happening for a long time, but stuff's happening. Do you know what I'm saying? But you need to look at the subtleties. Do you know what I mean? Two very patient fighters, two fighters that had a lot of respect for each other. And it was a great fight. Do you know what I'm saying? It was a great fight. It wasn't an exciting fight, but it was a very highly skilled fight.
Yeah. People, make sure you 1-2 that like button. 1-2 left hook and straight down the pipe onto that like button. Smash them likes for Rants. This man is incredible. Listen, I've got to say, Rants, we've got to ask you, Jake Paul or Tyson, good for the game or absolute shambles?
I think it's a shambles, isn't it? I think it's a shambles, man. But it's sad to see Mike Tyson, still needs the money. You know them ones. That's the saddest thing for me, because that isn't really something that he should entertain, innit? The fact that he still needs the money, when we've seen him in a wheelchair, we've seen all these other things, like, it's sad for me. Like, for someone like Mike Tyson to be probably one of the biggest names ever in boxing and still to need money to have to fight Jake Paul, where he's likely going to get seriously hurt to a guy that can't really...
payroll, isn't he?
Yeah.
To
a guy that can't really box that good. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, like, I don't know. I think I've got too much pride here to take whatever Jake Paul offered me if I was 60 years old to get punched up. I don't think my pride would let me do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's sad to see. Look, the boxing romantic are thinking, oh, can Tyson roll back the years? But if you actually, if you actually take your dick out your hand and start using your brain, it'll actually tell you that he lost.
Tyson is a granddad, bro. Like, the ones like, bro.
Like, he lost to Brian McBride 20 years ago. He's not going to get.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, Tyson was getting whooped in his 30s. I might want to see Tyson in his 60s, bro. Let's not that, bro. Do you know what I mean? Nah, bro, it's crazy. Man. Like, I swear to God, Jake Paul needs to go jail for what he's gonna do to Mike Tyson. And Jake Paul's shameless for taking the fight as well, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like mad
listen,
shameless.
he's not going to wind the clock back because 20 years ago, Brian McBride was parking him up. He was too knackered to get off the ropes, wasn't he? You know, he was too knackered to get off the ropes and get up. You know, I mean, sitting there. How's he going to get better 30 years on when he can barely walk? He's stoned.
Bro,
and
it's awful, man. Like Mike Tyson smokes bare weed, yeah. The Braird's got like sciatica. Do you know what I'm saying? Like he's been beaten up how many times? Jake Paul's a weight bully anyway. He's young, he's fresh, and it's like, bro, I just don't understand. I don't, for the life of me, understand what Jake Paul, what he thinks he's getting out of this fight. And also, I don't understand people that support that fight. Do you get what I'm saying? Because
but you say that, Rance, we'll be watching it.
Why would you want to watch that? I won't be watching.
You'll watch it.
I won't watch it live. I'll wait to find out that Mike Tyson got knocked out. No, because it'll be at 3 in, bro. I don't get up in the full fight.
You will watch it, though.
They're at like 4 a.m. I'm not watching that.
You'll watch it in the morning.
Oh, I'll get up and watch the knockout. It'll be on Instagram.
I'll watch the knockout.
It'll be on Instagram. As soon as I open my Insta, that'll be the first thing that pops off. I know it.
What, the viral reel?
Bro, that will be on every single Instagram page. Like, I don't even need to worry about staying up for that. As soon as I open my Instagram, that knockout is going to be on I'm Just Bay, on everything that you can think of. I'll just be going down my timeline. I'll see that knockout at least 10 times in the first minute.
Yeah. Oh, it's sad. It's sad to say, you know, I shouldn't laugh because this is a guy who, you know, he's in most people's greatest of all time, or he's in your pound for pound top 3 most people. And it's funny enough, Tyson's lost a lot of his big fights. If you actually be really critical of
he's not in mine. He's not in mine.
Yeah, he's actually lost. I mean, he was one of my favorites. Him and Naz growing up were my favorite, but really, he's lost all these big fights. You know, he's lost to Holyfield twice.
That's what I'm saying, bro. He's not in mine, bro.
Lost to Lennox Lewis.
Brother, he's not in mine, bro. That's one of my most unpopular opinions, is that Mike Tyson is hella overrated. Like, you know them ones. Like, that's just what it is. In boxing, he's nowhere near my top 5, bro. Nowhere near it, blood. Do you know what I'm saying?
In his prime, in that
yeah, but everyone talks about the prime. But bro, like, maybe I'm too young, to see prime Mike Tyson. But when I saw prime Mike Tyson with the high top, he was beating up club bouncers and that for the most part. bro, I'll be real, like, bro, I can only speak on what I've seen in it. Do you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, when you don't see certain things, you try not to be too disrespectful. So it's one of them ones where I never saw prime Mike Tyson. Do you know what I'm saying? But the Mike Tyson I saw that fought the guys that I know, like the Holyfields and the Lewises, he got pieced up. Do you see what I'm saying? And even though that was bald Mike Tyson after all these other things, do you know what I'm saying? Because the way people talk up Joe Calzaghe, for instance, he beat a lot of my favorite boxers when they were over the hill.
Yeah, he did. I mean, I just think Tyson, when you look at every fighter, because when you're comparing eras, it's almost impossible. Exactly. It is impossible. So you just have to take them in their prime. And when you put Tyson in his prime, there's not many people that like absolute primes. Everyone's in their primes. Mayweather's in his prime. You look at the best version of them, then Tyson has to be in there. That's what it is.
No, but we're guessing though.
Look at his best win.
Who are the guys who's his best wins though in his prime? Who is
Razor Ruddock?
Okay.
Probably his best win. You know, like, that's probably his best win.
You see what I mean, bro? They don't move the needle, cuz. They don't move no needle, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? The needle's not moving. This is what I'm trying to say, bro. And that's why, I don't have, like, when people chat shit about Floyd, I just say, look at the graveyard. Look at where the bodies are, bro. And tell me the names on the tags. These are all Hall of Famers laid out side by side. Do you see what I'm saying? And this is what it is. People look at Calzaghe's thing, and Calzaghe stat padded like over the hill Roy Jones, who's one of my favorites. You know what I'm saying? Even Bernard and these man, like, he weren't fighting them man in their prime. But again, no one talks about Calzaghe really when we're really talking about the top boxers, because they know for a reason. Because they kind of know that he scumbagged it. They know that. But the thing is, they talk about Mike Tyson like he was Bruce Lee in it, and it's like, I never seen Bruce Lee get beat up in all the films seen this. He always wins at the end, bruv. I've never seen a film where Bruce Lee gets knocked out by like a power. Do you get what I mean, bro? He comes back with the nunchucks and does the dance. I've seen Mike Tyson get spun, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like bare times. So for me, I can't, bro. Do you know what I mean? I just can't personally. I really can't, innit? Now that's what it is. But I do understand. Some people say the same thing about Roy Jones as well. Yeah. They say the same thing about Roy Jones. Yeah, like when he was in his prime, he was knocking guys out, but you weren't really knocking out like no massive names. But then sometimes you can put that down to the era that he fought in.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? He beat
it's hard if you haven't got competition in your era. Like no one ever puts Klitschko in there because it was a dullest era in the heavyweight boxing. You know what I mean?
But people put Roy Jones there because of how it looked when he was beating people up. But when you look at a lot of his best performances, they're against like lorry drivers. Bruv, and he's one of my favorites, man, stylistically. But bro, when I watch a lot of these fights, I'm like, I ain't heard of this motherfucker. I ain't heard of him. I ain't heard of him again. Bear them. Yeah. So sometimes it's down to eras, isn't it? And you can't choose the era that you fight in.
No, you can't. You can't. And you do need someone to, you do need people to dance with. You know what I mean? You do need dance partners. If you've got a nice little trilogy going on, like the Eubank, Ben, Watson era, that's great, isn't it? Crawford's been able to get his defining fight against Spence Jr. That's great. Like
that's why Crawford is chasing these big fights, because he understands that he'll be forgotten in boxing if he doesn't get these names, innit?
Yeah,
like he knows. You need them names, bro. You need them,
and that's why we're not talking about Kawasaki in the same way, because he didn't take one of them earlier.
Facts. Hey, big up Bama as well for the super chat, bro. $99.99, bro. $100 in the chat. Big up, my brother. Appreciate it.
Yeah, serious, brother.
Supporting the thing. But yeah, that's it about thing. And yes, he did beat James Toney, and I like James Toney, but that's his most notable win. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's one of them.
James Toney.
Yeah.
For Roy Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, Roy Jones. When I interviewed him, he said that was his hardest fight by miles.
Yeah, and I remember the fight. I watched it again not too long ago as well. Do you know what I'm saying? He caught James Toney showboating and that. Do you know what I mean? With the leaping gazelle hook, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
The leaping gazelle, yeah.
Bruv, listen, Roy Jones was my guy, man. Do you know what I'm saying? But really, when I look at all the guys he's fought, because I watched all his fights, I don't know these guys. Do you know what I mean? I have to be honest. Like this is just what it is, my bro. Because they're not massive names, and that's why when people try to shit on what Floyd's done, I can't really have it, because my man's just body bagging Hall of Famers.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. Let's get to one of the topics that everyone wants to hear about. Now, listen, you've been tattooing my man LV General. I sponsor this guy. So for anyone just joining the chat, obviously Rant knows. But for anyone joining the chat or in the chat, I basically run a chat show for boxing, but I also sponsor and manage 17 fighters, and 8 of them I sort of manage, 17 of them I sponsor. I sponsor a couple of influencer fighters, and I place them. I'm like an agent, really. I place them onto shows. So I don't run shows like a Eddie Hearn or a Frank Warren. I kind of like an agent where I place fighters onto shows. And LV was one of my fighters. I placed him onto a show called 3X Boxing, which is backed by the Daily Sport. It's a new UK Misfits, if you like, backed by the Daily Sports. It's streamed on Fight Zone. So that goes out to over 100 odd countries. And it is licensed by the PBA, which is Professional Boxing Association. So it's actually licensed fighting. It's not like your white collar. It's licensed fighting, same license that Misfits used to have. LV General, as you guys know, I placed him onto the show. He basically chose an opponent. It went wrong. The script was ripped up, and he lost a fight, his first fight. I personally don't think. I think that I'd love to still see him box again. There's loads of good fighters that have lost their first fight. I've boxed myself. I lost my first fight, and then I went on a 9-fight kill streak. Bernard Hopkins, who we've talked about, lost his first fight. Johnny Nelson lost his first fight. There's loads.
Wait, there was a brother that lost his first fight at York Hall the other day, bro. Did you see the video? Yo, it was crazy. The lad
Which
got
guy was
pieced
that?
up in the first round, bro. Like someone, I think Ty sent me the video. Yeah, a guy, I can't remember. I don't know what part of England he was from, but he
Yeah.
got pieced up at York, bro, in his first fight, bro. In like 30 seconds, he sold bare tickets as well, bro.
Oh.
Man, hey brother, listen, he sold like 300
To get it.
tickets, yeah. And the
Yeah.
reason why this is so funny to me, that's the brer, Hassan and Ali, bro. The reason why this is so funny to me is because I saw, imagine, my boxing algorithm on my YouTube, it throws up bare things in it. And I watch a lot of like the boxing interviews and stuff like that, just randomly when I'm on the treadmill, yeah. And his thing came up, and I saw this guy talking bare madness, yeah. He even brought in his sparring partner and that. He was like, yo, like I got my show at York Hall, I sold bare tickets, everyone's coming out to support me. This is my sparring partner. We've been sparring for years. The guy was coming in saying, oh yeah, man, he's been beating me up in sparring. All of this big talk. I'm thinking this kid is going to smoke this guy, you know. So, bro, I said, let me make sure I tune into the show, innit? The York Hall show. It was live streamed on YouTube, and I'm staying there watching the fight, bro. This guy got his bell rung in like 20 seconds, bro. I swear, bro.
Oh, really?
I couldn't believe it, bro. I couldn't believe it, bro. Man got, bro, his legs were shaking and that, but he caught one shot, and then, bro, my man was doing salsa, bro. It was crazy.
He was doing salsa.
Bro, it was crazy. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
He's in the
And
chicken
bro,
guys.
yeah, bro, but I don't know if he's gonna fight again, though. Like, bro, if you're pro and you get your bell rung like that, it's one thing losing your first fight, but to lose like that, bro, I don't know. Like, remember when Amir Khan got hit by Prescott, bro? He got hit with a slingshot, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know how man come back from that, bro. Like, bro, they're better than me, you know. It's crazy, bro. If I went out like that in my first fight, bruv, make me lose on decision, bruv. Because, bro, if man get my clock cleaned like that, bro, I don't know. I'm calling it.
It's not the best of looks. So listen, why have you been tapping away at LV General like he's a PlayStation controller? You've literally been pecking that brother away.
No, but you know what it is?
Where did the beef start? Where did the beef start? Let's get into
you
it.
know why you know what it is? The reason why I've been applying ridiculous pressure, yeah, with the whole situation is because it's multi-layered, isn't it? We met once before at like a wall of comedy thing, and we were filming some stuff, like loads of us in a room. And I remember we were having like debates, you know, like they had like a card up and they'll have a topic, and then you had to stand on one side of the room if you agree or you disagree in it. And we were just doing it, and it was like a funny thing. And we were on opposite sides of the room. And I remember, I think I said something and he disagreed, which is fine. You know what I mean? We're supposed to debate. But then he started getting mad, animated. He was losing the argument, innit? And he just started getting loud, standing up and all that shit. And I was thinking, bro, this guy's a dickhead. Do you know what I'm saying? So obviously I diffused it at the time, kind of thing. Like I was just taking a piss out of him because he stood up. I was like, bro, why are you standing up, man? Sit down. Do you know what I'm saying? Just taking a piss out of him, whatever. See, he was getting hot-headed and that. And I just thought, you know what? Cool. Don't like this guy. That was it. Then started like seeing his stuff about online. He see my stuff, whatever. And then literally he's gone online now and he was talking about how he wants to fight, and he was calling out loads of people saying he wants to do this influencer boxing. So I was like, cool, this is my chance to punch up this guy. You know what I mean? Because I ain't forgotten.
Yeah.
Do you get it? So that's how I saw it. And obviously I've called him out. And what I didn't like was, instead of him basically just saying, yo, I don't want to fight, Rants, because I called you, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? I called you and you were like, yeah, he don't want to fight. He don't want to fight. But he wasn't saying that. Publicly, he was trying to take the piss out of man as to say, you know what, I would fight him, but he don't do numbers. He ain't good enough to fight me, kind of thing. He ain't no one. I didn't like the disrespect because I do way more numbers than him. So I was like, bro, the fact that you've disrespected me, yeah, like I'm just going to be a thorn in your side, bro, for no reason. Like, that's just what it was. Is that it was the disrespect I didn't like it. If he just said, you know what, if he just said, listen, I ain't thinking about fighting Rants, like I want an easier fight or boom, 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 or even if behind the scenes, he just said to someone that knows me, yeah, said, you know what, like, I don't want to fight Rance. I've heard he's a bit experienced. I just want like an easier fight. I'm just starting out. If he said that, cool. Keep it respectful. But when you're saying, right, you ain't got no YouTube plaque, I got my YouTube plaque. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you done all these videos. I got more followers than you. You know that. I'm thinking, hold on, bruv, what? Do you know what I'm saying? I was like, bro, now you're disrespecting me. So now, all right, cool. Don't lose, innit? That's it. Because when you're disrespecting
have you got your
me
plaque
like that,
now? Have you got your plaque now?
That's on the way, but bro, I don't need the plaque. I got the tick, bro. You know what I'm saying? When I pop up in the chat, I got the tick. The plaque's on the way. There's like a 6-month waiting list. I don't care about the plaque. The plaque don't mean nothing to me. Like, it's a piece of whatever, plastic or whatever. You know the ones. I don't really care about the plaque. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, the fact is, my channel does numbers. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's all that matters. My channel does numbers. It's growing rapidly. It makes money. I live a very good life. Do you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, bro. Like, I'm happy. That's all that matters. So all the plaque bravado stuff, it doesn't really mean anything. Do you know what I'm saying? But I just didn't like the disrespect. So this is why I said, all right, cool. That's it now. I'm after you, bro. That's the one thing about me. I stay in my own pocket. And I stay in my own pocket on YouTube. I mind my own business. But like, if you disrespect me, yeah, like, literally, if I die, I'm haunting you. Like, it's not over. Like, I'm everywhere. This is what I'm on, innit? So it's one of them ones where, like, I just find it amusing. I find it amusing to trouble him because he's always troubling people. Do you know what I'm saying? He was troubling Philly, he was troubling all these man, and he's always kind of trying to bad people up. Do you know what I mean? So because he likes to try bully people, like, even done the same thing to McLean. I was watching the face off and that, and he was there with his boys, and I saw my man saying, "Oh, you're in my ends and that. Like, you don't know where you are. Watch tomorrow, I'm gonna bad you up," and doing all of that stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? So when I saw him doing all that, this is exactly why I continue to apply pressure to him, because I like bullying people that are bullies, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I enjoy it. Like, I get satisfaction out of it. So, because I see what he's on, that's why I have that energy for him. I don't have that energy normally for people. Normally, I just ignore them in it, but I get satisfaction out of winding him up. I do.
I'm happy to put my hand up. I set that fight up. I managed Delvey onto that show. I sponsor him. Their team were given a couple of opponents. Along with, I had another fighter also on the show, so I had 2 fighters on that show. Both my fighters on that show were given opponents. They chose their opponents. Everyone was happy with the choice of their opponents. And I've seen it in the aftermath that people are saying, "Oh, you know, McLean had 136 fights," but you know, he's lost the majority of those fights. Like, he's lost the majority. I don't have his record to hand, but he's lost, like, I'd say at least 80 of them, like, at least.
Yeah, he's a journeyman, bro. Like,
he's a journeyman. He's a guy that BKB will ring up when someone pulls out with a week to go or 3 days to go, and they're like, "Oh, damn, we've lost a fighter. Who can we call? Let's grab McLean." And he jumps on and he gets paid, and he knows the odds are against him massively because he's often, you know, and he won't mind me saying this, McLean. His life was bad, my man. He was smoking crack and meth, weed, and living in a squat, and he's been in Wandsworth for threatening someone with a replica gun, which is a crap way to go.
I said the infamous Wandsworth and that, you know.
You know what I mean? I mean, he's been Wandsworth, like he's had a rough time, my man, and you know, like he's had a bad time. He's had a bad life. He was only a few weeks sober, and he wanted an opportunity. He got his opportunity, and man's trying not to laugh.
Bro, I'm dying, bro. Hey, the Wandsworth figures killed me, bro.
Yeah.
Bro. Oh, Wandsworth, bro. Wandsworth been in the news for a minute, bro.
It is the Wandsworth thing. I think he was all right in Wandsworth. He was pretty comfortable.
Bro, I bet he was, man. Fucking hell, bro. I tell you what.
He didn't want to come out.
Bro, this is what it is, bro. Like, these man knew, yeah. They knew that they were getting someone that, in their opinion, they were supposed to beat, bro.
Yeah,
this is what it boils down to.
I'm just gonna speak facts. When you're a pro, if you're someone turns pro, they're having their first 5 pro fights. They fight journeyman. You fight a guy like, if you look at Adam Azim is a great example, or someone like that. You take someone who's like brand new to the scene. He's not going to fight someone
young and hungry as well,
with a winning record for a while.
Record. Yeah, they don't do that.
Yeah, so it's a guy without a winning. It's a guy with a losing record, who doesn't really train that seriously, who's, you know, he's used to losing, if I'm honest with you. He's used to losing. And he ripped up the script, man. He got pissed off in the build-up. He got wound up in the build-up.
Bro, that's what I'm talking to you in the thing. He turned up to the weigh-in by himself. Them man turned up with all the man them trying to pressure him. Do you know what I'm saying? And you can see he got pissed off, because even my brother rang me and was like, yo, have you seen the weigh-in? And when McLean pushed him in the weigh-in, my brother was like, yeah, he looks pissed. You know that one. So it's like a switch kind of flicked in man's head. I don't know what was said, but he pushed him. And like, when you push a man and he's with his friends and you're ready to swing and there's like 3-4 man, that's how I know, man, he was ready to go then, innit? And when I saw that, I was like, rah, you gonna punch him up, you know? That's when I saw that. Because if you see a guy and he's with 3-4 man and you're willing to fight them, yeah, you're ready to go.
Listen, all I can tell you is the facts, and the facts was McLean blocked LV in the build-up. He even said it at the weigh-in. I blocked this guy. He's pissed me off so much. I blocked him. Now, listen, if you block, I don't know what was said, and I don't know what was done. I've got no evidence of anything, but all I do know is when you block someone, you don't want to see their face no more. So they've pissed you off, and that had really riled McLean. And then the weigh-in, the shenanigans of the weigh-in really riled him. And sometimes in sport, you just see guys that just cannot be beaten in that day, in that moment. You see it so many times. That guy cannot be beat in that moment.
We saw it with Dubois the other day.
And this guy's come out of rehab. He's been given an opportunity. He's been pissed off. He's found Christ. He started going to church and found Christ. And he was just like a man possessed. And I do think LV did well in the fight. I know you might laugh at this, but I think he did well in the fight. I think
he did well to not get knocked out. You know what
the first round, he was in it. He was in it the first round, his stamina let him down, and he lost it. But you know what? Go on. What's your thoughts? I don't want to just be me speaking on this.
No, I'm just giving you the facts because I was there. He did well not to get knocked out. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be honest, he didn't want not to get knocked out. He done his best Homer Simpson impersonation, bro. Like, there's a few times where man was asleep and I thought, yo, just one more hit's gonna topple him. And then McLean couldn't land the shot, bro. Do you know what I mean? He couldn't land it. In the last round, there was one left hook that missed by like whiskers. And I was like, if that landed, that would have been all she wrote. But it didn't land, innit? But I don't know, bro. Like, for all the talking he was doing, and talking about laying guys out in sparring, do you know what I mean? And I see like his coach was talking him up and all that. I expected more from him. I'll be real. I expected more because I'll be real, like boxing, and just fighting in general, the fight game's a proper humbler, innit? Like, when you go in the fight gym, no matter how bad you think you are, if you think you can fight, if you go into a fight gym with people that actually can fight, you actually realize that you don't know nothing. Like, it's like learning how to walk all over again. Do you know what I'm saying? And he was talking with the confidence of someone that had mad experience, and he didn't have it in it. So when he went in there, I was expecting to see more personally.
But DMs too is making a good point. You know, he was trying to sell the fight, and he, you know, in LV's defense, he was trying to sell the fight, and unfortunately, it backfired. He really riled this guy. Like, he really riled this guy to the point where the guy was like, I'm going to use the word possessed. He was like a man possessed. I think you've used that word when you described the second round in your video.
Of course, bro. He ran out, blood. He ran. As soon as the bell rang, he ran towards him, bro. Like he ran towards him like John Wick, bro. You know when John Wick just run, bro, man, I got guns and John Wick's running towards the bullets, bro. That's how he ran out. When I heard the bell, yo, it was crazy. That's what I said, yo, his head's gone. He's looking to get him out of there, bro.
Yeah.
He was just,
look, you could have that fight. Like, you could have that fight a million times and he's going to always win because he was just possessed that night. Yeah. He was just a man on a redemption. He was just, sometimes you just see acts of fate or God or whatever in sport. And I just think he literally, I was on the commentary and I've just never seen a guy like he was just on it. He was just absolutely on it. He'd blocked LV. He was just like, right, I'm not losing this. I can't lose this.
They pissed him off.
And that was that. And, so I know people will blame like, oh, he's had 130 odd fights, but he's lost like probably over 100 of them.
Yeah, he's a journeyman, bro. Like journeymen have loads of fights because they fight very often. Do you know what I mean? And they're prize fighters as well. They fight for the purse, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
He'll have a couple of fights in a weekend, McLean, back in the day.
But that's what I'm trying to say.
Have two in a weekend sometime. One on a Friday, one on a Saturday. The phone rings and he moves because there's a bit of cash there, and he knows he's not going to win. To say he's paid to lose is strong, but he knows he's fighting a guy on a 10-week camp or 12-week camp who's like a pro, or and he knows that he's going to.
Bro, you're in there to survive, bro.
You're fighting for the money, basically. You're fighting for money. And when you're fighting for money rather than belts, you have a different mentality. You're kind of like, if I take a bit of a hard shot, I'll just go down. Do you know what I mean? You've got a different mentality. When you're fighting for belts, you take a hard shot, you're like, I ain't having that.
Yeah, but that's why they, they call boxing prize fighting anyway. Because if you look at someone like Tank, like Tank makes a lot of money in boxing, and people say, oh, he ain't got big names on his resume. He ain't gonna give a shit, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? That you can't feed your resume to your kids, bro. And that's what Floyd said. He goes, bro, you can't feed your legacy to your kids, bro. I need that money, cuz. You know what I'm saying? And Tank makes a lot of money, and he picks his opponents, because why should he fight these weight bullies like Devin Haney, bro? Devin Haney was walking around bigger than fucking Bud Crawford at the fight.
Yeah.
At the Joshua fight, he was bigger than Bud. Do you know what I mean? And what? Yeah. And Tank's supposed to fight him? Little 5'5" Tank? Nah, bro. Stay away from Devin Haney, bro. Yeah. Not because you can't beat him, but because why should you be fighting these men? Do you know what I'm saying? A lot of these men are weight bullies in boxing, bro. Devin Haney is walking around heavier than me right now, talking about going down to 140. What? Brother, I can't get below 160. I refuse. I refuse to get down below 160.
Like Skeletor, isn't it?
Bro, I refuse to get below 160, bro. I'm afraid that, bro, my sperm will stop working below 160. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. How's man get 140 something?
Yeah, that's not a good look. Listen, you was impressed with McLean. Let's finish just with McLean.
I was,
and then I'm just gonna ask your opinion just on about 3 or 4 fights. And then we can wrap up. But like, I just wanted to ask you, you were super impressed with McLean. Why?
Because you could tell that his fundamentals were there. Do you know what I'm saying? The fundamentals were very, very there. And like, I remember I told you the first time when I saw, because obviously LV ducked the fight with me, and then I seen him post who he was fighting. And I was thinking, hold on, this guy's not really got loads of followers. Because remember, my man said that I wasn't big enough. I didn't have enough followers. So I was expecting him to be fighting a big name. And then I saw McLean. I saw he only had like 1,000 followers on Insta. So I was like, huh? So I've YouTubed him and I've seen him fighting and I see him using like the cross guard and stuff like that. And I was thinking, yo, this brother kind of knows a bit. Like, do you know what I'm saying? He's getting his head off the line. He's doing some little... Do you know them little inside tricks and that you only know when you're an experienced fighter? Do you know what I'm saying? And I was thinking, this guy's got a bit about him. Like, is he sure he wants to fight him? That's what I said to you. I said, bro, like, I don't care how unfit this guy is. He's meant to piece up LV General. Like, I said it. Just because I know, that, like, if you can fight, even if you're not conditioned, you can get through a fight if you've got experience. Do you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, he could have just got through that fight and won no matter what condition he was in, because he could have just leaned on him, made it ugly, roughed him up a little bit. and he fought really well, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the straight right hand and the left hook that he dropped him with was that was a great, bruv. The 2-piece, bruv. Man got the Morley special, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? It was one of them.
He's fighting this weekend, McLean, as well. You know,
Where's he fighting?
He's gone down to 72 kg, so he's been like posting, like walking around in a bin bag.
Yeah, that's it. And what is it boxing or is it bare knuckle or is it?
No, boxing. He's got a boxing fight this weekend. So yeah, I'll let you know how he gets on. But yeah,
nah, man, he seems like a good guy, innit, McLean?
Yeah, he's a good guy. I knew him. I've known him for a few years, number of years. When I was boxing, I was on my radar because I could have fought him when I was boxing. So he was always on my radar, and he was always on mine. But yeah, I would have smoked him, man. Would have smoked him. I was a winning fighter. He was a journeyman, you know. But he's a good lad, and I've gone and trained with him before, you know. But yeah, no, he super impressed me. Look, just a couple of fights then before we finish up. Just want your opinion on them. Bivol and Beterbiev, who wins and how?
Oh, bro, I don't know. That's the simple answer. I can give you ideas for, as to why I think that they can both win and how they can win.
It's more 50-50 than
it's a genuine. Yep, it's definitely it's a legit 50-50 fight. I think Bivol can win on points, but Beterbiev can win by a late stoppage, and I have arguments for both.
What are you going, the fence or the puncher? Come on, you got to get.
I'm going for the boxer, bro, because he's my favorite. So I'm going for the boxer over the puncher. But
but you know,
I believe
he can box, man. Like
I know, but I think that Bivol, gets hurt in the fight no matter what. Even if he wins on points, he gets hurt, blood. Because listen, this guy, his high guard is one of the best high guards that I've seen. Like nothing really gets through. But the thing is, Beterbiev's got the kind of power like Triple G that it doesn't have to hit you clean. It could be a glancing shot. Do you know what I'm saying? That kind of comes off the glove and it still kind of rattles you a little bit. So I want to see how Bivol boxes when he's hurt.
I'm going for
because he's going to get hurt.
I'm going Beterbiev, and the reason is, and I'm probably going to be completely wrong, but I'm going for it. I was at the yard fight. I was really impressed with his footwork, his punch economy and accuracy. He wasn't just a brute. Like literally, the guy that you don't see the guy swinging and missing. He literally doesn't waste a punch. The only thing is, when I was at Queensbury, I was at the press conference. A lot of people saying, "How bad is that shoulder injury? If it's age, if it's an age thing, will that catch up with him?" He's not posting as many videos as he used to. He used to always post like videos of press ups and doing a lot of strength stuff. Beterbiev.
So there's a suspicion that his body's breaking down, is what you're saying.
Well, he's 40, isn't he?
So
it's evident that your body isn't the same as when you're 20, and he's posting a lot of less strength conditioning. He's pulled out the fight before with a shoulder injury.
Right.
Just murmurs around other media people like myself is that if that shoulder injury is age related, that could play a factor.
It absolutely could.
Joshua Dubois, do you want to see a rematch?
No,
nor do I.
I only want to see Joshua fight Wilder or Fury. That's it. I don't want to see him fight anyone else. Like we've seen Zhang already. Don't need to see that shit again.
Absolutely.
Seeing Joshua Dubois, I think the fight is like the Spence Crawford. Like when you beat the brakes of someone, you don't need a rematch. I think AJ lost so convincingly, that we don't need to see a rematch. Like even though he did hurt Dubois, in the round that he got knocked out, ain't no one trying to see that shit again.
Fury Usyk.
Usyk's gonna stop him this time.
Yeah, I'm a massive Usyk fan. I was at the Joshua first fight, and he took the guy's soul. And from that day, I was like, this guy is a real deal. Like, he took his soul. He literally took the big man's soul. His footwork is phenomenal, but the way he avoids the jab is incredible. He punches over your jab, arcs his shots over and round your jab. It's just incredible.
Yeah, but he's perfected it, innit? Because remember, being a southpaw, because you fight orthodox fighters, most of the time, Like you've got tricks here that you've got for these guys. Do you know what I mean? It's like riding a bike for you. For them, they have to think differently. For you, it's just all in a day's work. Do you know what I'm saying? And the way he pivots behind their jab hand and the way he gets off angles and the way he loops shots over the top and that, bro, he's even his front hand, the way he loops his front hand around these guys, they can't deal with him, bro. Like he's the final boss for me. Usyk is
But he is the final boss, because if you look at the heavyweight landscape, right, you go right back, there's Klitschko dominated a boring era for absolute ages. He's a man. AJ comes along, knocks him out, he's a man. Wilder comes along, oh yeah, look, he looks like the man. Fury beats him, he's a man. You know, then Dubois comes along, everyone goes, oh yeah, but he's going to be the man. And then Joyce beats him, and everyone's like, Joyce is the man. And then Joyce gets beat by Zhang, everyone's like, Zhang is the man.
That's what I mean. Usyk's the only one that's not taking nothing from no one.
Yeah, all of them beat each other. Fury looks terrible against Ngannou. AJ beats Wallin and Ngannou, and people are saying he's back, he's the man. And the only one thing that's been consistent has been Usyk.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Last couple, Canelo or Crawford, just one name. Who wins that if that happens?
Now?
Yeah.
At what weight?
Crawford.
At what weight? If it's at a catch weight and Canelo's got to come down, then
catch weight.
Yeah, then I see Bud beating him on points.
Eubank Jr. versus Ben. Catch weight, of course.
Eubank Jr. is way too big for Ben. Like that fight doesn't. To me, that fight doesn't make sense.
Tank versus Stevenson.
Shakur on points.
Oh, that's big, isn't it? That's big.
Yeah, I don't think Tank catches him. I think Shakur's feet are just too good. He'll just stay on the outside and make it ugly, blood. Like, do you know what I'm saying? That's what he'll do, bro. He'll fight on the back foot all night, and he'll just outpoint him, and it will just be ugly, bro. Like the height difference, that's what it will be, bro. Like it'll just be boring, blood. Like it's just one of them ones where Shakur will do the boring thing and win. He'll use
the boring thing.
It's not boring for me. Do you know what I mean? But he'll use his superior reach and he'll stay on the outside. And you know what the beautiful thing about Tank is, yeah? Tank's boxing IQ is so underrated. He likes to set up shots. But the thing is, Shakur's not taking the bait, blood. Tank can do all of this, bruv. Shakur's be like, pop, see you later. I'm going for a walk for a minute. Do you know what I mean? Do you want to come here? Pop, go for another walk.
And you can't afford to lose rounds against Shakur because you bank him.
Bruv, he's not taking the bait, bruv. He's not interested. I've seen Shakur say, listen, I've come here for the win, bro. You can boo all you want. Don't give a fuck. This is what he's on, bro. This is what he's on. And this is what he'll do. This is what he'll do against Tank, bro. He'll stay on the outside, rack up the points and call it a night, bruv. And people will boo him. And they'll say, oh, you didn't come to fight. Bro, it's boxing. Yeah.
So last question then, before we wrap up then, but I'm going to see you out. Everyone, I want to see you fighting. Everyone, most of the people in the chat want to see you getting involved in this influencer boxing scene. You've hinted at it. Are you training, and when could you fight? If a fight that made sense came up tomorrow, could you take it, or would you have to be next year? Or are we going to see you in the ring?
Nah, not tomorrow, bruv. I'll be honest, like it's one of them ones where, like, I went back, started training last week. Felt good. But at the same time, like, hell no, like it would have to be on my own terms, and I'd need to feel good. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you know where it is, with a lot of these guys, they rush into camps. And I remember the last time I had my fight, I had an 8-week camp, but it's like I felt like I did too much in too short a time. Do you know what I'm saying? In terms of like, I'm nice now because I'm pretty much on weight anyway. Like I'm walking around 79, 80. If I'm fighting at 76, that's light. I could make that easily. I wouldn't even have to do a weight cut. Like I could fight pretty much build up to the fight at the weight I am now. So that's one less thing because I don't have weight to cut. But at the same time, I think trying to do technical work and trying to build your fitness and trying to cut weight all at the same time, it takes a lot out of the body. Do you know what I mean? Especially when you're doing other shit. Like when you're a pro boxer and you're not working, like I'm doing streams and that. Like today, I've done 6 hours of streaming or something like that today. So if I'm streaming every day and I still got to find time to do my skill work, do my cardio and all that, bro, it's too much. I'd rather like do my technical stuff, get sharper, and then when I feel sharp, if I feel like fighting, then if I accept a fight, I know that I ain't got to stress about making weight because I'm already there pretty much. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't have to be stressed about getting overly fit because my base level of fitness is already there. And I know my technical stuff is already there and I can manage it and I can build up to peak at the right time instead of trying to do 3 things at once. Do you see what I'm saying?
Being realistic though, could you actually run your channel and have a fight camp? Like for a big fight?
Absolutely. But I would just do my stuff. I would just do my stuff around my training, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I can go live whenever I want to go live. But the thing is, what man need to understand here about, for instance, like the misfits things and all these other things, like these man say it's influencer boxing, but it's not really like, do you know what I'm saying? Like when you actually look at it, a lot of these misfits fighters, yeah, they say they're streamers, but they never stream. Like they make so much money from boxing, yeah, they're professional fighters. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it 100, bro. Like these man ain't live every day for like 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours like me.
But your channel, you're in your channel, you're in tune with the football season.
But
so
that's what I'm saying.
You've got to actually, you have to be there when you have to cover this game, don't you? So you have to be there. I'll be honest, like, I mean, I only I interview fighters about 2-3 times a week during the week, 9 o'clock. I don't think I could have fought and done that, including chopping up the videos. Obviously, I don't have a team that does it. Pushing out, I've got socials. Going off to press conference and beat a bibble. Hopefully next year I'm going to be going to Saudi a lot more. I'm hoping to go to Saudi and I just don't think I'd be able to actually have a serious fight camp. And I'm at a lesser level than you are in terms of, you know, you have to go live. It's Bournemouth versus Southampton tonight, so no one gives 2 hoots. But like, if there's a decent game on, you can't train. You can't be training now.
Yeah, but bro, but this is what I'm trying to say. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that's it. Most of them don't make content consistently, like Gibb and Anthony Taylor. And even Anthony Taylor, like you lot told me that he used to do MMA. So he's not really like an influencer fighter. Like the guy's a fighter, like. Do you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these guys are fighters. Like they're not really streamers no more. Like they say it's crossover boxing, but like we watched the Misfits thing the other day, and there was the geezers from Twitter that were fighting, that Stokey geezer and whatever. Those are real influencer boxers. At the beginning, when Gibb was fighting and KSI was fighting and Logan Paul, they were influencer boxers at the time. But now these men are all pros because they're in pro gyms, they spar pro fighters, they make enough money from boxing that they don't have to stream if they don't want to, bro. And they make money from outside. So these guys are living like pro fighters. So it's kind of, they're not really influencer boxers anymore. Like they're pro fighters. And then when you look at like Idris Virgo was a pro fighter. He just wasn't good enough to maybe go pro and make some money. But now he's fighting on Misfits. There was another guy,
same as Taylor.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you've got Lil Cray as well, that Golden Gloves, like Dean the Great, all these guys. Dean like these guys are boxers, bro, with amateur pedigree. They're not. They're
Joey
boxers that stream. Same with Joey Knight. The boxers that stream. They're not streamers that box. Do you know what I'm saying? So.
But it's refreshing to see. I've interviewed Vidal Riley, great guy, by the way. And it's refreshing to see him. I know he has a goddamn brilliant amateur pedigree, but he could easily just be, you know, fighting some bums with blue ticks on Misfits.
He could be, and just trying to win
he's trying to win a world title. He's trying to win a world title, which is impressive, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Vidal Riley it'd be great if he goes and wins a world title.
Oh, listen, brother, I love Vidal's content, bro. He makes really good boxing content as well. And it means more because I see him in the ring fighting. I know he can fight. He's got a good amateur background. He's well respected in the space. And he says what he thinks, innit? So I like it. But for me personally, like, if it's a genuine influencer fight and the money makes sense, and I've got time to get ready for it, then I'm up for it. Like I watched the fight with fuck is that geezer's name? That what's his name? Adam.
Isaac Chamberlain.
No. The influencer fight. It was Adam Satam.
Oh,
The
what?
journalist brother or whatever his name. Adam Brooks.
Adam Brooks.
He had a fight with Rhino, the gladiator, bro.
Adam Brooks.
Yeah, he had a fight with Rhino, the gladiator, which was that looked like a legit influencer fight. The two guys that aren't boxers that boxed, do you know what I mean? But then they put him in there with King Kenny, and I know Kenny's brother. Like Kenny's brother's a good coach, and Kenny's in the gym with pro fighters. So like Adam shouldn't have really been in the ring with Kenny. Like that's a punch
he
bag
sliced
for Kenny.
him. Yeah, he absolutely sliced. I love this comment here because this guy's exactly agreeing with what I'm saying. Riley could have peas from fighting Fury or Jake Paul, but he's going down the real route, and you've got to have respect for that. You know what I mean? That's exactly what I'm talking about. It's refreshing to see the fact that he could.
I think he's having a lot of injuries. That's the reason why he's not fighting. It's not that he doesn't want to fight.
And no one wants to fight him. No one wants to fight him. Let's be honest. He's been chasing Chamberlain. He's chasing. He's chasing. He's doing the chasing.
No, it's true because even Daniel Dubois was like, yo, like he's one of the best like young fighters that he's seen and that. These men don't want to fight Vidal because maybe there's not a lot of money in fighting him, and they're probably going to get beat up. You know,
he hasn't got no. I think he's got an English belt now. Yeah, but he only got that English belt because Chambo vacated it, if I remember right, and then he got him. So that was it. So he hasn't had the. Until he starts getting straps and getting more marketable, then no one's gonna.
That's it. You have to make it so that people have to fight you in it. So
yeah,
because of that, it's like. I don't really know, but for me, if the right fight came up, do you know what I'm saying? Like the Adam Brooks, like the Adam Brooks or something like that. If a fight like with him came up or something like that,
yeah,
he's had a few fights quite close together, so he's probably fitter than I am at the moment. But a fight like that, like if a fight like that comes up and it makes sense, I'll take a fight like that because it's two people with a following and it's a legit fight. It's not me fighting some guy that's an ex-MMA fucking fighter that's pretending to be a fucking influencer, but really, man's an MMA fighter. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, as long as I'm boxing against guys that are genuine influencers, and it's an influencer fight, and the money's right, then I don't see why not. But I'm not gonna box against someone that's a full-time boxer that's training every day because I'm not gonna be training every day like that. Like, bro, I make money here. I'm good. You know them ones. So I'm living a comfortable life, bro. Like I'm not about to go and train 6 days a week.
And go get punched in the face.
I don't mind the fight, but I'm saying I'm not gonna realistically, I'm not going to give up the routine that I have right now, and train 6 days a week, to go and fight for someone that doesn't have to do what I do and they're just living in the gym, bro. Like, it doesn't make no sense.
100.
Because I'm not living in the gym. So for me, it would be a white collar thing. Do you know what I'm saying? It would be a white collar thing. But because I have a name and I can bring in some money, instead of doing a white collar fight, I would fight on an influencer thing. But it has to be like a white collar fight where I know I'm fighting someone that is not a pro fighter. Do you get what I'm saying? Because if I'm fighting, a lot of these guys are pros, man. The Salt Pappies, the flipping the King Kennys, all these guys are pro fighters. Whether or not these men are fighting, they're pro fighters. They're in the gym all the time. They're sparring pros. They're making big money from purses. Even like Ashley Raksu and all them man there. Raksu ain't made a song in like 10 years, bro. Like, man's a do you get me? Like Slim and them man. Them man are boxers. And I'm not saying that I wouldn't fight someone like an Ashley or a Slim down the line. Do you know what I'm saying? But
you're gonna have to give up what you do. You're gonna have to give up what you do to get there.
But this is what I'm saying, and I'm not willing to do that, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if this was like 5-6 years ago, and I was like, I think how old's KSI? Like 30 or something. 30.
Yeah.
Exactly. If this was like 5-6 years ago, and I'm KSI's age and I'm 30, and I'm like, yo, bruv, like, man can make some peace. Like, let me put 5 years into this. Like, get in shape and just fight these men and make some money for 5 years, I would do it. But bro, that ship sailed for me, bro. In the lane right now, I'm nice, bro. I'm living a good life. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm eating good, I'm sleeping good, I'm making good money, bro. So for me, I'm not giving up what I'm doing here because I love what I do. I love what I do here more than fighting, but I would absolutely love to fight, but it has to be like a white collar fight. I need to be fighting.
Yeah. Final question of the night then, mate, and then I'll let you, because I know you've done a serious stint of streaming today, and I've taken a lot of your time. But are you still looking to fight LV General, or are you now done with him? Nick Nash.
No, bro. I'm not trying to fight LV, bro. Like, there's no point. Like, he don't want to fight me, bro. I'll be honest. He doesn't want to fight me. So for me, it's like, I don't even want to fight him. I think the fact that McLeaned him out, bro. Like, I'm good. Like, I'll be real. The guy got beat up. So it's one of them things where I've got nothing to prove. Like, I've got nothing to prove. I wanted to fight him because genuinely, that fight makes money, innit? Like, I thought that LV General was doing this for the money. Because if he was doing it for the clout, he wouldn't have fought someone like McLean, because there was nothing to come out of it. McLean didn't have a big following. There wasn't loads of money to make in that fight. So I genuinely thought, that it's like he wanted to get into this boxing thing for money. Fighting me would have made him the most money he'll ever make in boxing. He won't get a bigger money fight than fighting me. He won't.
Well, maybe Philly.
Yeah, but Philly wouldn't fight him. That's the difference.
No, yeah, but I mean, we're just talking about because he won't fight you.
No, but that's exactly what I'm trying to say, bro. So what I'm saying is, it's all about the money, innit? Like, for me, the money made sense. For him, it's like he didn't want money. But then, if it was a clout thing, why did you pick somebody like that? The reason why they picked McLean is because they thought that McLean's going through a tough time. We can beat him, and then we can go around telling people I beat up someone with over 100 fights, and that's my badge of honor now. Do you know what I mean? And it backfired.
Yeah, I mean, listen, as I said, he's a journeyman. He has had it with 100 fights, but honestly, I would love to have his record, but he's lost most of them. Do you know what I mean? He's lost a lot of those fights. He wasn't fit, you know. He wasn't. I think. Listen, when you got a guy with 100 fights and he's going in as underdog, that says it all. He wasn't in good condition. He's a journeyman. Do you know what I mean? And but yeah, sometimes, like I said, special moments happen in boxing, and he just was possessed. He was absolutely possessed, and he came up with the goods. But I don't think it should be the end for anyone because they lose their own.
No, I think he needs to fight again, bro. Like, honestly, I think fighting is character building. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's why, like, on my channel, I always tell the guys in the chat, bro, even if you don't want to like have boxing matches, or even if you don't want to compete at any martial art, bro, like, you should pick one up, bro. Because I think it's a life skill, bro. Just like driving a car, you should know how to fight. Like, that's my personal opinion. Like, as a man,
100%, yeah.
As a man, I think you should know how to fight. Like, it's some discipline, whether it's wrestling, jiu-jitsu, boxing, anything.
100%. People take their kids to swimming lessons, but they won't take their kids to like boxing or like to teach them to fight. It's crazy.
Yeah, 100%. And the thing is, you'll probably need to learn how to fight sooner than you'll learn how to know how to swim, bro. Like, we don't live.
Swimming's essential, but learning to fight, especially nowadays,
learning to fight is way more essential than learning how to swim. We don't live in water, blood. You can fight anywhere. You can fight in Tesco's, blood. You don't need to swim in Tesco's. You get what I'm saying, bro? Like, brother, learning how to fight is way more important than learning how to swim.
I know, but most parents don't think like that. Everyone's like, "Our kids got to go swimming class."
Brother, I would love to know how many people die from drowning compared to die from getting fucked up, blood. I'm sure bro, I swear more people get fucked up than drown, blood. I swear down, because you know what it is. If you're in water and you can't swim, you could just lie there and float, blood. If you're fighting someone, you can't lie there. They'll fuck you up. That will stamp on your head, bro. I mean, bro. Nah, man. I mean, bro, you gotta learn how to fight, man.
You're killing me.
The swimming thing's gas, bro. Man can lie down on water and float, blood. Man can't lie down on the floor in a fight, blood. Like, you know what I mean? Nah, bro. Man, they need to learn how to fight, bro. Like, this is what it is, man. The swimming thing, yeah, cool. Fighting's more important. and this is what it is, man. So, nah, man, fighting's important, man. So pick up a discipline, bro. Like, pick something up, man, and it just improves your life. It improves your calmness. when you know that you can knock someone's spark out, yeah, you'll be surprised at how calming it is, bro. Like a man will chat shit and you'll look at them and you'll know you can hurt them and you just laugh.
Yeah, exactly. You don't get it. When you see fights in pubs and stuff, it's people that can't fight. You know, whenever you see people, crowds, people fighting, it's people swinging from different postcodes, big wild swings, people that can't fight. People that can fight, they're confident, they're composed, they're comfortable in their own skin, knowing that if anyone tries to block them up, they can look after themselves, isn't it?
Right.
So, you know, it's essential, and it's crazy to me that people don't teach their kids how to fight, you know? Absolutely crazy.
100%.
Rance, it's been an absolute pleasure, my G. I'm really grateful to come on and chat some boxing with you. We could be here all night talking boxing, you and I. We love the game. I really want to see you in a boxing ring. I'm going to keep on twisting your arm until you come on 3X Boxing, which is the platform I work on. I work on a number of platforms, but that would be the one for you.
Like I said, if the right fight comes across, the money's right, and it doesn't take away from anything I'm doing, then I'll consider it. But at the moment, I'm just enjoying being I'm enjoying being back in the gym, just training, man. Do you know what I mean? I'm at Luke's gym at the moment.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He had like what 3 or 4 fighters on Misfit.
Big up, guys.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is, bro. So, and he's keeping me sharp, man. He's a very good coach. You know what I mean? I'm back there on Wednesday.
Yeah, mate, you're in the right hands. And I'm not just saying that because I like that guy and I have a friendship with him. You're in the right, that's a good stable to go into, man. As an influencer, it's a really good stable. Big up, everyone. Thank you very much for the kind comments in the chat.
And guys, his channel's in the title as well, guys. Do you know what I mean? So if you're interested in boxing interviews, like boxing talk and stuff like that, make sure you check out his channel, man. Do you know what I mean? I've linked it so you can just click there and subscribe, man. But he's got some interviews with some big names, and you got your accreditation with quite a few of these guys, Queensbury and that. So you're going to be
Wasserman. I've worked at DAZN, I've worked at TalkSport, but most of all, I've boxed myself. And then it's good to be able to talk to people about boxing when you know what it's like to get in there, when you know what it's like to have a shit day. You know, when you've had a bad spar and you come home, you're like, oh, why am I doing this? You know, all these sort of thoughts that go through your head. The ring walk. I've main evented at the O2 before. You know, I've lost big fights. I've won. You know, I've been on a kill streak. I've been on kill streaks, so I know what it's like, and it's great to talk to other fighters of all levels. You know, it's of all levels, and I love talking with you, Rance, because you're very knowledgeable about your boxing. You know your stuff. You really do. You know your stuff really well, man. And it's good to speak with people that know, you know, knowledgeable. You know what I mean?
Nah, bro, listen, it was good to have you on here, bro. And definitely, we'll catch up again, my bro. But yeah, man, big up everyone in the chat. Make sure you check out Gunman Boxing. The link is in the title. And yeah, man, we'll be back tomorrow for the show with Louis, guys, 1 o'clock.
Yeah.